Welcome to another episode. In this episode, we will talk about James Harden. James Harden is currently known as the Beard, who is the reigning MVP of the National Basketball Association from 2017 to 2018. He currently plays for the Houston Rockets. His biggest accomplishment thus far, besides the MVP, is taking Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green to a Game 7. Although he would lose in the Western Conference Finals, this was a huge accomplishment. Now, who is James Harden? James Harden was born in 1989 in Los Angeles, California. He is known for his stellar step-back play, his smooth handles, his majestic moves, and overall lack of defense. Despite his lack of defense, James Harden makes up for it on the offensive end. Now, if you want to hear a little bit more about his offensive prowess, let's look at a story where he talks about Kobe Bryant. In a late-night interview with Jimmy Kimmel, Harden reveals a story about playing against Kobe Bryant. It was a summer game during the NBA lockout where the players would just play for fun. It was a packed gym, a packed place. James Harden says that he scored about 40 points on Kobe Bryant. However, Kobe had 30 points or more and the game winner. This goes to show that even though he lost to Kobe Bryant, he still put up numbers. He played big. He didn't shy away from his idol. It's a story that shows that James Harden respects those that came before him and does not take it for granted, unlike some other superstars that we have right now. Anyways, he recently had a 30-point game streak that went up to 32 games. That means that in every game for 32 games, he hit 30 points or more. This is beyond any modern day player. Even Kobe Bryant, the greatest scorer in our generation, did not score as much. These were Wilt Chamberlain-like numbers. This is what makes James Harden such a unique player. Now, he was picked number 3 in the 2009 NBA draft, where he began his career at Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the interesting thing about it is that he was picked number 3. The ones that were picked before him were Blake Griffin and a player that no one knows about, Hasheem Thabeet. Anyways, another remarkable player that was picked with his draft class is none other than the back-to-back MVP, Stephen Curry. Now, a quick food for thought. To this day, who would you pick first? Stephen Curry or Harden? That's something you want to chew on. Now, let's move on with James Harden. James Harden played for Oklahoma City Thunder alongside of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. He would often come off the bench and lead his squad. It was like another team within the team. James Harden quickly emerged as a rising star, and by 2012, he was looking like a superstar. Now, Oklahoma City Thunder chose not to pay Harden and let him go elsewhere. Today, because of that mistake by OKC Thunder, Harden plays for Rockets as their leading scorer, passer, and ball dominator. Now, these are some notable stats for James Harden. Like I mentioned before, he was the second player after Wilt Chamberlain to score 30 points or more in 32 consecutive games. On January 30, 2018, he became the first NBA player to score 60 points while recording a triple-double. That means that he has at least 10 points, 10 rebounds, and assists. During 2016 to 2017 season, he became the first NBA player to record 2 50-point triple-double games, which was later passed or defeated by Russell Westbrook, the stat king. Harden finished 2016 and 2017 as the player to accumulate 2,000 or more points, 900 assists or more, 600 rebounds or more in one season. Although he was very high at turnovers, it did not stop him from mastering his step back. To this day, there is not a single player in the NBA to have the art skill, the footwork skill, the deception with the step back 3. That is his signature move. Oh, by the way, there's another key asset, a key particular trait about James Harden. Whenever he plays, he is always going to the free throw line. This is very important to James Harden. Now, many people say that he is the flop king. He gets kind calls by the referees, although that is true to a certain degree. Don't you think it's very weird, a very odd thing for James Harden to get so many free throw attempts? Why is he always on the free throw line? Let's think about it. Everything in the NBA takes talent, skill, You have to master every single part of the game. All the superstars have a trait, a particular unique style of play that makes them stand out. Now, James Harden's unique trait comes from the step back three, yes, but it also comes from drawing fouls. He has an artful skill. He knows how to catch people off guard and make them foul him. Therefore, he gets easy buckets, easy points. Now, what is the story about the beard? Alongside of his MVP play, Harden is known for his impressive growth of his facial hair. Therefore, he was able to get the name beard. It originally came during his college days, but it remained close-cropped until 2011. Here is his net worth. In July 2017, Harden signed the richest contract in NBA history, a 4-year deal worth $170 million. Alongside his Adidas endorsement, his net worth is reportedly up to $120 million today. Some interesting facts about him: he dated Khloe Kardashian in the summer of 2015. Harden found out that he was in the middle of a swirling tornado of media frenzied people. Due to that, the situation didn't go too well, and he quickly became single yet again. Today, he has been recently spotted with a nursing student named Jessica Jansel. Perhaps it was a good idea to not date any of the Kardashians, because at the end of the day, every NBA player who dated a Kardashian ended up with terrible fate. One of the most famous videos that went viral is his ankle-breaking crossover on Wesley Johnson, where he would stare down at Wesley Johnson on the floor for a brief second and then knock down a beautiful three-point. This occurred versus the Clippers in February 2018. In 2015, Harden began making his trademark signature move known as stirring the pot. In one hand, he cupped like a bowl, and on the other one, he was twirling inside of it. He would usually do this signature move after making a big shot at a clutch moment. Close viewers trace back the move to Flick of the Wrist by Houston rapper Cheddar the Connect. Now let's go on to the trade to Rockets. Why did that happen? Following a NBA Finals loss to LeBron James and Miami Heat while playing for OKC Thunder with Kevin Durant and Westbrook, OKC Thunder went through a lot of internal turmoil. By late October 2012, he was traded to Rockets. Some say that Thunder was not offering a better deal financially for the beard for James Harden. Therefore, he suggested a trade to the Rockets. This trade proved to be a devastating blow for OKC Thunder and a huge asset for the Houston Rockets. Let me reiterate a little bit. So, James Harden made a name for himself playing with Kevin Durant and Westbrook in 2012. However, after he made a name for himself, the OKC Thunder decided not to pay him a max deal because they felt like saving a few bucks for other players, other supporting cast for KD and Westbrook. However, they didn't realize the potential growth of James Harden. James Harden would then go to the Houston Rockets, and Houston Rockets decided to make him a star player, a premier player. They offered him a max deal, the biggest contract in NBA history. Then, James Harden would go on to win the MVP of 2018. Now, this is an amazing story. It's an amazing story of James Harden, a player who was drafted with Stephen Curry, a player who was number 3 but looked down upon, a guy who plays no defense yet maintains a step back 3 that's unlike any other. This is a story of a player who gets often overshadowed by Kevin Durant and Westbrook, who, by the way, are also MVPs. Now think about it, OKC had a chance to have 3 MVPs on their team together, but they decided to break it apart due to financial reasons. Now, money isn't always the answer to everything. Sometimes you have to spend a little to earn a lot. OKC Thunder have failed to realize this. But despite that, Houston Rockets are thriving. Last year, the Houston Rockets went to the Western Conference Finals only to lose to Golden State Warriors, who would go on to win the title. Nevertheless, James Harden continues to thrive, continues to master his step back 3, and looks to be another MVP of 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to get more crazy stories like this.